Okay, good morning everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Morning, afternoon, evening, Monday morning maybe already, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to today's first of two live streams. We are in Train Sim World 2. We're going to be on the Oakville Subdivision. We're going to start off in the GP38-2, and then we're going to swap locomotives and do a service, hopefully in the opposite direction. I'll find something. And then we'll wrap that up, and then we'll have a little bit of a break, and then we'll go flying. And we'll talk about the flying when we get stuff done. So let's get in here and get our locomotive set up. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Let's get our lights on. Oops. So used to switch that to freight. The brakes release. Oops. There we are outside. So we got some mixed freight. Hello, Amin. I am fine, thank you. How are you? Alright, make sure. Oh, that is not set correct. Almost forgot about that. Some of these, they're automatic, and some you have to check yourself. I think I checked. I derailed the train there. Good. Glad to hear that. So Oakville is it's not a very long route, and I'm not going to lie, when I heard about it, you know, I didn't own it right away, and I kept kind of like, well, you know, is it really something that I think I'm going to be interested in? Now, the funny thing is that it sounded like it was going to be a much larger, longer route, you know. That turned out to not be the case, which is fine. But it's something, if you want just like a short, you know, if you're into that sort of thing, a short freight sort of bit of fun, this is like a perfect thing. You know, most people don't like Sandpatch Gray because it's driving significantly over. Let's see. So yeah, this is like perfect. It, you know, it's very short services, doesn't take very long. Sometimes it can be a little frustrating getting the train moving, especially if you have a lot of freight behind you. But on average, it goes well. I'll go ahead and speed up actually. There's no passenger service on this route. It's just strictly freight. You can create a scenario and do passenger stuff, but it's nothing to write home about, trust me. So we don't have a locomotive at the back, so we don't need banking comms, I guess. Now, just like in Flight Sim, not every button and knob and whatever, not everything works, so they just give you enough. Good morning, Bex. How are you? Well, okay, that's on the PC side. That's a bit over dramatic, also, Amin. That's on the PC side. There's way more routes on the PC side. This is, again, on the Xbox. If I'm, trust me, if I ever get a gaming PC, all will know about it. Trust me. So it's very limited. There, you know. So anyway, good morning, Josh. Service, head in the opposite direction. Appleby will be I think our first. Yeah, Appleby and Bronte, and then we'll stop in Oakville. So we'll slow down as we pass through Bronte, and then we'll really reduce our speeds and crawl into Oakville. And then we'll pick we'll pop out and change over to the GP9RM. And we'll try to go the opposite direction. And we'll wrap this up. Have a little break. This morning, as I was getting everything ready for the stream, I realized with the Flight Sim stuff, I've been putting a lot of information in there. And so I was like, oh, I gotta copy and paste it into my into a document so I can save it, so I don't have to retype all that stuff. So I was trying to do all that. And good morning, Mick. How are you? Nice to see you here, kind sir. Glad to see you guys get a win to end everything. I think you guys won last night, that last match. That was good. You had some real... Good morning, Sue. Oh, look at this. Nice to see you all here. This is quite unexpected. Ooh, I got out of my seat. Oh no, what am I gonna do? You know, I do surprise myself. I can't believe that. Well, that's just how the internet is sometimes, Amin. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that I still kind of remember where most of the stuff is. You know, even though I hadn't played this in quite a long time. I guess my memory's not as bad as I think it is. So. Now I should say there are passenger stations along the way here. It's just that they don't have anything like services for those passenger services. So I felt like I should clarify that comment. But all the routes on Train Sim World 2, they're actual real-world routes. They're not fictional or anything like that. And they do, they get the agreement with the railroad company to use their livery. That's the... On the PC side, you can certainly get more liveries. I think they have the ability to share. Somebody will create something and then put it like in a folder or whatever. Or I don't know, maybe they sell it. But yeah, so we don't have all the cool liveries per se. You know, a lot of people asking for certain railroading companies, but due to it's down to like a licensing and intellectual property sort of thing. So if the company says no, like a lot of people want Burlington Northern Santa Fe, they've approached them numerous times and they're like, no thanks. So they can't do it without their permission. So otherwise there'd be lawsuits and all kinds of stuff. So but lots to do in Train Sim World 2. There's something for everybody. If you want to just move stuff around in the yard, you can do switching, you can do freight services, you can do passenger, yeah, all kinds of stuff to do. So it's definitely not lacking in stuff to do. Hello, Mr. Addies. How are you today? What are you like this afternoon? So steam trains, yes, I did see the so they said in the coming months they'll be talking more about it, which I thought was a very interesting comment. So it's not like it's coming out next week or next month or whatever. It's probably, I get the feeling they're still polishing things up, kinda, and so they'll it'll it won't be till maybe summertime or in the fall kind of thing. That's what I'm guessing is when it'll be released. But it is an interesting idea. I think the one thing that most people, especially on the consoles, were concerned about was how are you going to operate all those things with just the controller. So they probably had to kind of, well, I don't want to say dumb down, but you know, there's going to be things that, you know, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be passenger stuff. It looks like it's going to be freight, based on the image, more the other images that I saw. So yeah, it's no, that is Hello Sue, Mr. Addies, not Hello Smith. God, Joseph. Oh my Lord. Oh, Mr. Addies. What are you like? Yeah, that's the... I'm sure they have, but, you know, it's... How is all that going to work? Because the steam train it's a very complex system, you know, there's a lot of... Oh, it's going to be passenger freight. Oh, well, the few images I saw, and maybe I just kind of glanced over it real quick and I didn't really pay attention. It seemed like it was going to be all passenger and freight. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell. It just looked like it was all freight to me. I think your little pub excursion, yeah. Oh, well then your little pub excursion last night's catching up to you as well, isn't it? Well, hopefully your grandfather's okay. But I suspect you're not going to be able to go see him because of the pandemic. Which is unfortunate. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. I'm sure those will be in... They probably haven't modeled them quite right just yet. So, Josh, I have to ask you, once it's released, how many of those passenger coaches are going to be turned pink? Or, well, they had the guards van, which it looked like that was the British version of the caboose, I think, in one of the shots. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Josh was very excited when the cabooses were released on Clinchfield. Got to get back to Clinchfield one of these days. But it's a long, slow route, and sometimes you have to all of them. I figured as much. So, yeah. The boost thing. Yeah. 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 I'm sorry to hear that, Joseph. Well, hopefully he's okay, and hopefully he's out of there soon. You're more than welcome to. So many people are negative about it. Nothing wrong. Yeah. Well, you know, Mick, it's... you know what it is. It's not fast. It's boring. I want it to go 100 miles an hour, and if it's not, but then they do 100 miles an hour, oh, it goes too fast, and I don't have enough to do, and you know, it's the usual crowd that they're never satisfied with anything, and they don't like history. Let's be honest, Mick. You and I both know this. They don't like history. So, but you know, it's not fast. It's not sexy. You know. So it's the anti-Sandpatch grade group that usually pops into Joe's chat, fussing about why is Sandpatch grade even a thing? And how dare they put it in the game? Which I still don't quite understand why they're so, like, you don't have to play it. I mean, I get it, it's part of the core roots, but don't play it. Simple as that. Don't play it. But don't fuss with people who enjoy it. You know. They want, I think too, it's an attention span thing. I was just thinking about this. They want to just only hit a few buttons and they want to be able to go. They don't want to have to figure out a possibly complicated system in front of them. Well, of course it is. I still love it. You know, it's a nice challenge. You know, controlling the train coming down the hill, or you know, stopping it and don't run the red light. Otherwise, all that time you just spent is gone right out the window. So, but yeah, I think it's an attention thing too, Mick. They don't like anything that isn't fast and easy for them. Anything that's too complicated, they can't be bothered with it. Try to keep the momentum here. So we're going to cross over, and then we're going to go into the yard. So that switch is set. That one's set. That one's set. And we're just going to try to get an over. That's very likely too, Mick. But I think because they've, well, that's why I haven't watched any of the live streams in quite some time, is that those folks take over the chat, and then, you know, you could see, like on Sam's face especially, he was starting to get frustrated with the silly questions or the spamming of the questions. You know, how come this and how come that, and I want this right now and you better give it to me kind of thing. You know, this sense of, I guess in a way, like they're entitled. You know, if they tell a developer, I want this, you better give it to me, that they're going to be like, okay, we'll give it to you, it's fine. You know, they just have that weird sense of, if they complain about it enough, they'll get what they want. It's like the, you know, the kid who, I want the candy, I want this toy, you better give me this toy or I'm going to scream in the middle of the store and everybody's going to look at you. You know, that kind of attitude, you know. So they think if they act up enough, they're going to get what they want. And when they don't, well, yeah, you're right, Joseph, but a lot of people have a problem with that. You know, I used to tell students I was tutoring in beginning photography. Photography teaches you patience. If you're open to the idea of learning to be patient. If you want it, you know, sometimes you have to wait for the right light. And you may sit there for hours and wait for it. And you'll be like, that's the shot I want. But if you just go and say, oh, I'm just going to run around town and just snap, 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 and then it just looks like garbage, and you're like, why does it look like garbage? Well, you were in a hurry. You know, when I built model planes, it taught me patience. You know, yes, I want the glue to dry right now so I can go to the next step. Well, sometimes if I didn't wait for the glue to dry, then the model could get ruined, you know. And then I just sat there and spent time, and for what? So, but that's the problem. People can't be patient now. They want, if they say they want it, they better get it right now. That's just how some people are, unfortunately. That's why I don't miss those streams anymore, because it's just, and some of them it's the same crowd that hangs out in Joe's stream, you know, that they come in and start fussing, oh, I want this, and Joe, when's this coming out? Joe's like, I don't know. Well, they don't like to hear that answer. They're convinced, and Bella and I have talked about this before, they're convinced that Joe knows something and he's just not telling them. Well, they are. You're absolutely right, Joseph. Yeah, exactly. The fish better bite my line right now, or so help me God. The fish will bite when the fish is ready to bite. I miss that. When my grandfather and I used to go fishing, when I'd visit during the summer up at the lake. You know, it didn't matter if we got a bite or not. It was just about spending time with him. But, you know, when you're young, sometimes you don't realize that. Because you feel like something didn't go right when you come home with no fish. Or you don't even have a picture to show everybody of something you caught over the summer. Alright, we're almost at our stopping point. Better drink my coffee before it gets cold. See if we can nail this stop here. Pretty darn close. Well, we got 500 points. There we go. Ooh, a gold medal. Look at that. All right. Well, that's a pretty nice shot of Boston Sprinter. All right, let's go to the 9RM. Oops. Wow, I think I've done most of the other services going from Oakville to Aldershot. There we go. Oh, thank you, Joseph. That's not too terribly difficult, I guess, to get a gold sometimes. On this route, it's not that hard. Cab lights on, ditch lights on, front headlights on. Let's get all our other lights. Freight, release, and let's just have a looky here. Oh, we have to, oh, wait a second, we're going to have to pick up the freight, it looks like. Is that what I understand to be the case? Okay, yep. That's what we got to do. All right. Well, that's interesting. That's a little different. Hello, Amela. How are you? So we get to a little bit of switching here. This is different. I don't remember this ever being the case. Must be something new. throw it into reverse, and I gotta find out where are we connecting to. That's right. Right now. That was right. Now that one's right. That one's correct. Alright, here we go. Okay. Hello, Pithers. Okay. I don't know where y'all come up with these names, but okay. Hello. Doing okay, Pithers. Yeah, not too shabby. Just having a little bit of fun here on Oakville before we go flying. So let's talk about the flight today. So we are going to do 2 flights today. Our first flight is going to be over Mexico City in the Stearman 75. So for our scenic Sunday flight. And then we are going to hop into the Grumman G44A, and we're going to take off from the Coast Guard Air Station. Quick hide, Mel is here. Only hide if you got food, Pithers. You know how Mel is. And we're going to take off from the Coast Guard Air Station near Cape Cod, and we're going to fly down to Long Island. And it should be an interesting flight, to say the least. So... Ooh, did I keep the momentum going? Bingo! Look at that. That's what I like to see. No, this is in Canada. But there are Americans. Alright, so let's make sure everything else is still set. Set. That one's set. No, this one is not. There we go. So we have a GP9RM up front, and then we have a GP38 right behind us to help with this surface. So yeah, we got a little bit of switching fun this morning. That was unexpected. Try to find my special train surfing spot. Oh, wait a minute, it's usually down here. There we go. That fast train, but it keeps stopping on me and screaming, and all them buzzes are just going off, and I can't get moving again. Ooh, I don't... You got me on that one, Pithers, because I could not even begin to tell you what's wrong. You know, Ace is the one that would probably be able to give you some pointers. I couldn't even begin to try to tell you how to figure it out. It's been so long since I've been there on that route. In fact, I would almost imagine Joe's probably got a tutorial video somewhere in his library about it. Or, I don't know if Mega Sim would, but... yeah, well, it's difficult to... when the answers aren't obvious. Why something happened. Stay on this line right here. There we go. Look at that. You can see the cars all the way behind us there. Yeah, that's fine. I just figured I'm sure he's got one if you're, you know, still stuck, but it's all good. Okay. We'll pick up the speed here as soon as we get the okay. A little while longer. Still waiting for the last few cars to cross over. Then we should get the okay for the 60-mile-an-hour speed limit increase. There we go. Okay, enough of the bell. There's a little switch right there. That was odd, like it just powered down all of a sudden. Huh. That was kind of strange. Well, first off, Budawa, my name is not Rod, it's Rob. Yes, I do remember you. So, Budawa, before you say anything else, please do not ask to be a moderator on my channel, okay? So, yes, I do remember you. You have a very unique name, it's kind of hard to forget. But I need you to stop asking to be a moderator on my channel. Yeah, I know, Mella. weekend name. Yep, exactly. I can't be held accountable. Rod did it, not me. Well, no, Mudawa, I don't want you to... I don't need you to ask, okay? I have people who I trust who are my moderators. I'm not looking for more right now. If I need more, I have a list of people that will be given the moderator role. In 9 months, I don't need you to ask me again, okay? I just want you to come in and enjoy the stream and just relax. Because chances are in 9 months the answer's still going to be no. So I need you to respect the channel, please, and respect me. And if you know, so that kind of, I'm not going to lie, that bothered me a little bit, and I just want to say this, and then we'll let it go. We had a very nice flights yesterday. We had a great time. We had a lot of laughs and everything. And when I saw that in the chat, that did not end the stream very well for me. Okay, so but please, I just need you to stop doing it. Okay. I had to look at that a little bit closer, Mila. I had fish on the line. What is that? Oh, I know, Pithers. Well, I know you want to be a moderator in some chats because you're ready to just start blocking people, or not blocking them, banning them outright. So. Okay, well, I don't know what to say to that. Kids will be kids, I guess. What do you mean, no? Well, again, you say some really off the wall stuff, Mudawa, and I'm like perplexed why you decide to say it in my chat. I don't quite understand it. Well, okay, well, but if it's all, I'm guessing your siblings, right, are admins. Now, are they, when you say an admin, are they like a system administrator for like a computer system for a corporation or something? Or are they moderators on somebody's YouTube channel? Because you say admin, like I could think of system administrator for like a computer system. If you're talking about that, that's a job that they applied for and they got the job and that's what they do for a living. Being a moderator on somebody's YouTube channel, now I get it, some people who are young, they, you know, you all are friends and like, oh, okay, you can be a moderator on my channel, but there's a sense of responsibility to be a moderator on somebody's channel. Okay. Part of it is knowing that person, that they are not going to abuse that role as a moderator. So it's something that the person who owns the channel, who runs the channel, the streamer, has to feel comfortable saying, yes, I want this person to be a moderator. Okay. I don't know you well enough to and even in 9 months, I don't know that I would know you well enough to feel comfortable giving you that responsibility on my channel. Well, Modawa, okay, so are you, when you say admin, are you talking about being a moderator on somebody's channel, or are you talking about a computer system moderator or admin? Like that's their job. And please don't tell Mel about language. That's my role to, if I think Mel has overstepped any boundaries. Now the F, you can take that for whatever it might mean, but you went automatically to the bad word. So I'm just trying to explain to you, just because your siblings are admins, and again, I'm trying to understand, are they system administrators at a company where they monitor a computer system, or are they moderators on somebody's YouTube channel? There's a difference, and I'm trying to understand which one is which when you're saying this, so that I can, but I think I've explained it well enough. A moderator on a YouTube channel, that is a role that somebody is trusted with. Okay. Just, I mean, if you apply to be a system administrator at some corporation, they feel that they can trust you, that you are not going to, you know, not mess up the system. So, you know, you go to school and you learn all that system administration stuff and you get your certifications and your degrees and whatnot, and then you apply. Okay, so that's not an admin, that's a moderator. You moderate the people in the chat. You keep an eye on things, you delete the bots and stuff like that. But again, I don't know you well enough to give you that responsibility. You have to be, well, I don't know how to say it. It takes time for the person in, you know, who is the streamer to feel comfortable and say, I think I can trust this person with this role. Okay. It's not a paid position. Okay. So it's not like I'm going to pay you to be a moderator on my channel. It's just a responsibility that I entrust to some people, that if something happens in the chat, that you're going to handle it appropriately. Okay. I have to know that you have a sense of maturity to handle those situations. I don't know that about you. So asking, you know, like you just came into my chat right away and asked to be a moderator out of the blue. That's not how it works. So that's like you're not respecting the streamer, Budawa. You're just coming in and saying, "Give me, I want this role, and give me this, please." They don't know you. So my advice to you is come in, hang out, just enjoy the stream, okay? If you have questions, or if there's something that you're seeing and you're like, why is this doing this or whatever, I'll try to answer it as best as I can. But just my goal, Budawa, is for people to come in and just take a load off their minds. There's enough craziness going on in the world. Relax and enjoy the stream. Okay? That's all I hope that people can do. Just try to find some enjoyment, see some different parts of the world, and just, relax. Take a deep breath and just like, okay, today's Sunday, and, tomorrow I have to go back to school, but today I'm just going to, he's flying a plane, or he's, Rob's doing this, and I'm just going to, okay, see. Yesterday it was a tornado that apparently your mom died in, and then that was a joke. So I don't know what to tell you, Budawa. But please be safe. I just don't know what else to say. Oh, Lord. I really don't know what else to say. It was not a joke, my bro troll me. Well, okay. Anyways, well, all right. We're 2.5 miles from our stopping point here in Aldershot Yard. We're going to cross in, kind of like not far from where we're going to cross into the area where we departed from earlier. Right there. And let me make sure my switches are all set. They are. And we're just going to zip right on down the line there, and we're going to go all the way down to there. And then we'll wrap this up. Joseph. How do we... Okay. Budawa. Well, then you... If you can't keep control of your chat, I don't know when you're being serious and when you're joking. So, uh-oh. Did we run out of oomph? Nope, we're getting there. We're making our way. Wow. Must not have been paying attention. Oh, I don't know, Bex. I don't even know where to begin. So, anyway, Budawa. That's, if your brother or somebody's typing that stuff into the chat, it's not funny, okay? If you're in serious trouble, nobody, not right now, Bex. It's okay. I'll let you know if it needs to be done. Budawa, when you say those jokes, people may take that very seriously, that you are in some kind of trouble, okay? Even though I don't know you that well, I never want you to be in a position where something might happen to you, you know, like you'll be harmed or injured or whatever. Thank you, Bex. I know you are. So, jokes like that, like your mom being killed in a tornado or whatever, those things aren't funny. Saying that there's a flood and you gotta run upstairs, you know, that's not funny stuff. I understand that it's not you, but when somebody puts that in my chat, I think, you know, hopefully that is not the case, but if you have to go somewhere to be safe because something's happening, I want you to, you know, I hope that you get to a safe place, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, if you cannot control your chat because your brother's got your password, please do something about that. What I don't need to have happen is that you come in and say these things, and then the people who read it are generally nice people, okay? So when you put that stuff in, people will be like, oh my God, this poor guy is in a, poor kid, whatever, is in a situation where, you know, it sounds like he's not in a safe place. So yeah, and if you can't control your password and everything, then I definitely can't give you a moderator role, because that means anybody could come in and pretend to be you and cause all kinds of chaos in my chat. So I can definitely not have that. So anyways, just what? Where? How? Oh, that's. Oh, yeah. This is my usual surfing spot. I thought that's in front of me, so it's usually right there. Yeah, when you cause chaos in my chat, that does not look good for you. Okay, take care, little one. Oh, the train's going fine. I'm trying to do like Mick. I'm trying to take a page from the Mick book. I'm trying to help the young person. Oh, okay. But the train's fine. I got it going. It's fine. But I'm just, you know, I just want it to be clear that, you know, when those things happen, it's causing chaos, and that's not acceptable. So that's what I was trying to do. It's all good, Bex. I know you took action, and I appreciate that. Well, no, I'm just honestly, Mick, I'm trying to take a page from your book and trying to be like, you know, why do you feel it necessary to come in and say these things? So, you know, try my best. You know, hopefully he learns a lesson. So, no, I don't feel stressed out, Max. I'm trying to get him to understand that, you know, his behavior he was stressing me out. So, you know, if it becomes, you know, too much, then, yeah. But we'll see if he pops back. I mean, we're going to wrap this stream up here shortly anyway. And then I'm going to take a short break, get everything turned around, and get ready for the flying. So again, 2 flights. We're going to fly over Mexico City and check out some of the really cool sights and stuff. And then we'll land at the international airport in the Stearman 75, and then we're going to hop over into the Grumman G44A. We're going to have a fantastic. I cannot wait to do this flight in the Grumman G44A. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast with it. So we're going to leave the weather on and see how we do. Hopefully it's going to be, I want it to be overcast. I want the heavy clouds and the rain or whatever. I want the drama in the sky. Well, I appreciate it, Mick. I learned when I was tutoring in beginning photo, you have to be very patient and try to explain things to people in such a way that hopefully they understand that their behavior, that certain things are not going to be acceptable. And, if they can't control their account, then I definitely don't feel comfortable giving them a moderator role. So and I agree, it's attention-seeking behavior. I was hoping to help that person kind of get it under control and say, I want you to be here and relax and enjoy the stream, but obviously there's rules and other things that I need you to follow. And if you have somebody, Bex did, Withers. So. But I do understand Beck's decision, and I respect it. That's why I trust her as a moderator. So. Yeah. Beck's gave her first time out. So, no, I try to be reasonable with people. But if I get the sense that they're, we know when they're definitely not going to be reasonable. So, but hopefully we won't have any issues when we do the flight. We'll get started at 8 o'clock, so everybody get your snacks, get your drinks. Oh, look at that stop. Ooh, almost perfect. Look at that. I even stood up in the cab to end it. It's a 4-minute break. We all needed it. Yeah, well, 5 actually. 300 seconds is like 5 minutes or something like that. So, okay. Well, that is going to be it for right now. No, Budawa, you're not being bullied. Okay, we gave you a timeout to kind of get you to understand that you need to chill your behavior. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream here, and I'm going to take a little break, get everything reset for the stream, and then we'll be back at 8 o'clock. So about 20 minutes, 22 minutes, 20. It's actually called character building. Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be it for right now, folks. I will see you at 8 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock UK. So I will see you then. All right. Bye. All right, real quick before I end it. Mexico City is our flying tour, and then we're going to hop over in the G44A. We're going from Cape Cod Coast Guard Air Station down to an airport in Long Island.